Recently, there's been a civil war between me and my friends about the correct way to eat macaroni and cheese. If you watched the video that I posted on Sunday, you would know that I'm very passionate about my loving for macaroni and cheese. It is one of the most important foods to myself, right behind chicken fingers, like a good old chicken finger, but that's not what's important today. A lot of my friends claim the best way to eat macaroni and cheese is with a spoon. Actually, the majority of my friends say that they prefer to eat macaroni and cheese with a spoon. Now, I'm not accepting to this. I do not agree with their decision. I think that this is absolutely disgusting. The best way to eat macaroni and cheese is obviously with a fork. See, with a spoon, you gotta scoop. Like you gotta bend your wrist and scoop and go up. But with a fork, you just like it's the superior utensil. Now, of course, like all friends, we just decided, oh, let's compromise and come up with a better solution. So we chose the spork. Now, the spork has always been my personal favorite utensil for anything. I just love the spork. It's a beautiful item. But when it comes to macaroni and cheese, I have to stand strong. I have to stand strong on what I believe, and I believe the fork is the best utensil. Now, a spork, those little fork edge things, they're not gonna get you a good stab into the macaroni and cheese. It's horrible. It's terrible. But with a fork, you get a good old shit. You get like 10, maybe not 10, but like 7 pieces of macaroni on one stab. With a spoon, you get a scoop full of like. Probably more macaroni and cheese. I'll admit that, but it's so much more inconvenient. Now some of them are just trying to act like they're on the cooler guy's side, so they'll say, "Oh no, I prefer a spoon for some shit and a fork for others." No, that is not an opinion. That is not allowed. You're not allowed to think that. You're not allowed to believe that. That is not a belief system that is allowed. You have to choose fork or spoon. And if you wanted to be in the middle, you could have chosen spork, but it is way too late for that. You cannot change your mind now. You are already way too deep into this war. Now, I think the real reason that this angers me so much is because when I was younger, I ate macaroni and cheese with a spoon. Spoons is just an easier utensil to use. It is the less mature utensil. It is the utensil for children. Now, am I saying my friends are children? Yes. Am I saying that they should be children? I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess technically based off the years that they were born. But what I'm really trying to say is they should not act this immature. They should act more mature for their age. Now, I'm not being ageist or any shit. No, I'm just saying they should act their age. Like, how would you like it if you saw a 30-year-old woman screaming? Okay, I'm just describing a Karen, but a 30-year-old woman screaming because she didn't get her way. You'd think, no, act your age, right? That's exactly what you would think. Teachers say it all the time when a 15-year-old student is acting immature. They say, oh, act your age. That's what I'm trying to say my friends should do. Act their age. Now, we decided to bring statistics into this argument, and I found that 71% of adults prefer to eat their macaroni and cheese with a fork. So 71% of people were on the right side of history. They were doing it the right way. Now, 28% of people prefer a spoon. Now, where does this leave? Where does this leave the last 1% of people who eat macaroni and cheese? Maybe they use a spork, which, I mean, good for them. Or maybe they go full. Maybe they go full Unus Annus right there. Wow, great! Maybe they went full Unus Annus and they ate macaroni and cheese with like sex toys or some shit. They used anal beads to eat their macaroni. I don't know. What I'm saying is, if you eat macaroni and cheese with a spoon or anything other than a fork at that, I don't care. You could use fucking chopsticks. Anything other than a fork, you're wrong.